Hello there guys, I'm Blair Harrison and today you are watching the Discography. Now, for those who don't know, the Discography was a series I started on my Harrison Productions channel, but since I started a new channel, well this one, Blair Harrison, I thought, what the hell, might as well put it here. Don't worry, I'm not going to delete the George Harrison one. I'm still going to keep it on the Harrison Productions, mainly for the views. So I was sitting in my office, well, this room, and I'm thinking, who can I do? Who should I do a discography on? And then one name came to mind, Pink Floyd. I mean, why not? We all love Pink Floyd, I think. Anyway, this year has been important as, I don't know, it's been some celebration for Pink Floyd, like 50 years, I think in June we have been getting re-releases of, re-released vinyls of the first 4 albums. So I thought, what the hell, might as well. And I think there's supposed to be more coming out by the end of this year. I don't know. So yeah, let's talk about Pink Floyd. Now, we're going to talk about all of their studio albums, and that includes the last 3, even with or without Roger Waters. What am I talking about? He's not even on the last 3. So let's just start off quick with Pink Floyd, The Piper at the Gates of Dawn. The very first album by Pink Floyd. Now this one I'm holding, this is the 2011 digital remastered release. You can still get it, but the packaging is different because finally they used the original album cover, which is a bit odd because originally it had Pink Floyd, Piper at Gates of Dawn, but for some reason they took it off here. Bloody idiots. Yeah, this is an interesting album. I wouldn't say it's a favourite of mine, so I wouldn't put it up with maybe like the well-known albums, but it's listenable, I could say. And well, it is the only good Floyd album to feature original member Syd Barrett. So yeah, favourite tracks include Astronomy Domine, which I think has to be my favourite. Wait, actually I'm confused. Is it Domine or Domin? And Lucifer Sam's another good one. There's some others. I like Mother Matilda, or is it Matilda Mother? Sorry, that's a good one. Interstellar Overdrive, that's just Astronomy Domine, but experimental, you could say. And Bike, which is an interesting one. My least favourite is Pow Talk H. I think that's how you pronounce it. Basically, it's just a song of the members making animal noises. Yeah, I bet you wanted to see that. Anyway, I mean, it is one of the essential Floyd albums, like after the big, I guess you could say the big 5 albums, which we will get to on the way. So yeah, I give this album I'll give it a 7 out of 10, even though I don't consider it my favourite, but 7 out of 10. The next album is A Saucerful of Secrets. This is the last studio album with Syd Barrett, and the first studio album with David Gilmour. The best track, I guess I should say the only good Syd Barrett track on here is Jug Band Blues. And for the ones with David Gilmour, they're alright. I mean, I like Let There Be More Light, that's a good one. Remember a Day, I don't remember it at all. Set the Controls for the Hardest Sun, which has never been a favourite of mine. I don't know why, I just never got used to that song. The rest is a bit of a letdown. I say only listen to Let There Be More Light and Jug Band Blues, as those are the only good ones. Okay, now the next one. Now, technically, I wouldn't count this as an album because it isn't. It's just a soundtrack album. Well, by soundtrack, I mean a session album. But it's canon now. But I've got it here anyway, so I guess I have to include it, even though I don't usually. But here we go. More. Yeah, More. Which I believe was the soundtrack to the same name of the film, which I've not actually seen. It's alright. I guess the only good song, the only one I like is, where is it? Green is the colour. However, I do prefer, I think it's like the BBC Sessions one. I can't remember which one, but that's the one I like. But, you know, that's the only good song on here. The rest is alright. I don't remember a single thing about this album, so that's probably why. And then you understand why I don't count soundtrack albums, because I don't remember them a lot, you know. Oh boy, this album, Umaguma. Oh, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is odd. This is an interesting album because it's half live and half studio, and the one I prefer is the live section. The best songs on here are the live version of Astronomy to Mine. I don't care either with or without Barrett. It's still a good song, and I kind of like Careful with That Act, Eugene. The song where Roger Waters just screams, but hey, it's listenable. The studio album, oh fuck me, I couldn't tell you what that's like. In fact, I don't think even the members even like that album. Oh no, wait, it is true. I don't think they even like this the studio section themselves. It's just I don't remember a thing. Nah, I can't come up with anything. Yeah, if you're gonna listen to this album, only listen to the live section, the live part of the album. Don't listen to the studio parts. Oh bloody hell, this album. Atom Heart Mother, or as I like to call it, the one album with the cow. Yeah, which I wouldn't be surprised if the members actually ate for their breakfast. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is an interesting album. There's many who like it, and there's many who just find it as a load of shit. I'm in that section because I've never liked this album, to be honest. I don't know, it just doesn't connect with me. I don't get what it is. I mean, I've tried listening to it, but I just get bored. So I don't have a favourite song on this. This is a mysterious album, but I give this, oh fuck, I forgot to give the other albums rating. Saucerful of Secrets, 6 out of 10. More, 4 out of 10. This, I give this, well, for the live section, well, the live section, the live album, I give this a 7. The studio, 1. This album, 0 out of 10. It's just not that listenable. And then there's gonna be people like, you don't understand, it's a good album. Nah, not really, mate. You're right. Here we go. We're getting to the good albums. We got Metal. We all like Metal, and I think it's one of the best. My favourite songs are, well, the best ones are One of These Days, such a classic. A Pillow of Winds, Fearless. You know, the good ones. But I think my favourite has to be Echo. Yeah, I love Echo. That's a good one. My least favourite is, what's the one with the dog on it? Seamus. I think it's that one. Seamus. That's the one with the dog where it just kind of ruins the song because you hear it even though it should have been in the background. You know what I mean? Despite that song, I give this album a 9 out of 10 because it's such a good album. Oh boy, this album. Obscured by Clouds. This is another soundtrack album, and it doesn't feel like a soundtrack album. It feels more like a session album, you know, like a fun session album. I actually do not remember a single thing. I guess my favourite would be Obscured by Clouds. I don't know, it's just rubbish. Sorry, but it's true. Maybe if I've seen the film, it's probably better with it. Okay, now we're getting to the good shit here. We got the classic Dark Side of the Moon. Yes, this. Oh, fuck, I nearly dropped it. I was trying to check if I'm holding it right. Yeah, Dark Side of the Moon. What can be said? One of the best albums. My favourite song on this, and that's a hard one because there's so many good tracks, but I think my favourite has to be the last 2 tracks, Brain Damage and Eclipse. Although I do love Time. Time is an amazing song. I love that epic solo and Great Gig in the Sky. I don't have a least favourite, it's just a good album. I give this album a 10 out of 10 because of how brilliant it is. Then we get to Wish You Were Here. By the way, if you're wondering, these are like the experience editions. This is the one for Dark Side of the Moon, which, you know, comes with live stuff and that. And this one's for Wish You Were Here. This is it's a mixed album. I know there's people who love the album, but there's some who think it's not as good as Dark Side of the Moon, and I'm on that category. It's alright. I mean, I do like Shine On You Crazy Diamond. You know, I do like that, although I think a bit too long. No offense. And Wish You Were Here, and I kind of like Welcome to the Machine. The only one I'm not a fan of is Shine On You Crazy Diamond, parts 6 to 9, which really it should have just ended with Wish You Were Here, really, you know. But the good thing about this is you can get, because there's extra tracks, even the unreleased tracks, which are pretty cool. So yeah, I give this album a... that's hard because I like the album, but I'm not a fan of it either. But I'll give this an 8 out of 10. You know. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting to more good track. I don't know what. I've lost my words. Good tracks. We've got Animals. Yay! I love this album. My favorite tracks are Dogs, but my favorite has to be Sheep and Dogs. They are the two good tracks. Pegs, 3 different ones. It's alright. I'm not saying that. So yeah, pretty good. I give it the 9 out of 10. Now we get to the big one, The Wall. This album is awesome. I really love this album. Hard to say, this or Dark Side of the Moon. It's hard to pick which one's the best. My favourite track, now this is the hardest because they're all good. Comfortably Numb, I hope I pronounced that right, is one of my favourites. And there's another good track, where is it? Nobody's Home. I actually love that song. And Hey There, and many of the other ones. And of course there's like another Brick in the Wall Part 2, which I know there's some people who can't stand that song, but I love it. I still love it, you know. You forget Pink Floyd, because they have the best album. So yeah, The Wall, I give this album a 10 out of 10. Oh boy, this album, the final cut. This is an interesting one, because I think many fans can agree it's just a Roger Waters solo album, but the company just slapped the name Pink Floyd, and there you go. In fact, I don't think even, oh wait, it does say Pink Floyd. No, actually it doesn't say Pink Floyd, except for the back, or whatever. Yeah, I really think this should have been a Roger Waters solo album instead of a Floyd album, but what the heck. Oh gosh, it's hard to say what track I like. Oh fuck up, it's hard. I guess Southampton Dock and Final Cut, they're the two good ones, and Two Suns and the Sunset, that's another good one. The rest of it, rubbish. I mean, it's funny because this was originally supposed to be a soundtrack album to the Wall movie, which I would have preferred a lot better, but hey. Okay, now that's the albums I have. I don't have the last 3, but here's a picture. So the I think it's like the 13th album is a momentary lapse of reason. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. This is the one after Roger Waters left. It's, you know, alright. I wouldn't say it was the best, but it was a nice comeback album with who was it? I think it's Richard Wright. Is he on this album? Oh, he is! Yay! I love Richard Wright. At least it's a nice album back. So I'm just getting the track listing. My favourite track would be Learning How to Fly. That's the only one I can think of, and I kind of like Sorrow. That's an interesting one. One Slip is alright, but it doesn't feel like a Floyd album. It feels more like a solo album that David Gilmour would have done. Next we have is The Division Bell. It's a mix album. You know, there's some parts I like, some parts I don't. My favourite track is, well, from the album, High Hopes. I like that one, that's a good one. That's it, just High Hopes. Yeah, pretty sad. Next we have The Endless River. Oh gosh, which I'm gonna be honest, I've not actually heard because I have no interest in that album. From what I heard, it's not actually that good. I've only heard like, I think they released some singles for it and it's alright. Yeah, to be honest, I would have rather have preferred a David Gilmour solo album, which we had to wait till last year. Yeah, I think it was last year we had to wait for. Yeah, and whatsoever, kind of shit. I forgot. Moment. I give the album Moment a 3 out of 10. Division Bell 4 out of 10. Endless River 2 out of 10. Yeah. And then you got the other stuff. You got compilations. Relics is one of them. That's a good one. That's call it the Barry era Floyd, which you should check out. That's good. Collection of Dance. That's another good one. And Echoes. That's a really good one. That's another one. Live albums. We got Delicate Sound of Thunder, which is alright, but again, why would you race that when there's probably like a concert film, because I saw that on Sky. That was pretty good. Pulse, again, good album, but I tend to watch the DVD of Pulse. Really good concert film. Check it out. Is there anybody out there, The Wall Live 1980 to 1981? That's an interesting one. Again, too bad there was no Wall concert film, which kind of sucks. But oh well. And speaking of that, concert films, of course, there's Live in Pompeii, one of my favorite concert films, and probably the most influential films in my list for some brilliant camera work. Yeah. Just a good movie. Well, the original theatrical version, but when they released the director's cut, it's just fucking shit. I mean, you know, that director had just fuck around with the footage and that. Yeah, don't watch that. Make sure to watch the theatrical version. Again, Delicate Thunder. That's an interesting one. And what's the other one? Pulse. I keep forgetting Pulse. That's another good one. So yeah, and that's it really. So, thank you for watching this discography review video. Sorry for me if I kept rambling on. You know, there's probably going to be some edits to shorten it down. So, yeah. So, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all next time. Cheerio.